guys, as you can tell, we are no longer in El Salvador by the clouds. We're up in the mountains now. We made our way across the border over to Honduras. Everybody told us we couldn't come this close to the Copan Ruins and not come check them out. So here we are, we're about to go explore them today, and we're going to take you guys with us. In case you're new to the channel, my name is Frank, this is Alyssa, and we are the GlobeHoppers. We're currently on a mission to get to 100 countries and join that 100 country club, and this is country number 48. So let's go on in, our guide is waiting for us, and let's check out the Copan Ruins. All right. Alright guys, so our guide is inside getting tickets for us right now. Usually we don't go with guides, but there's so much history here, we just didn't want to miss out on anything. So while she's getting our tickets, if you could do us a quick favor, click that like button, it would really help our channel out a lot.
Meet our local tour guides. He's Mr. Giovanni. He's the expert.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Frank.
meet you. Okay. So, nice to meet you.
He's been doing this for
Where are you from?
so many years.
US.
US.
Yep. Alright guys, so this area, Copan, is known for two things. It's known for its ruins, and these are Mayan ruins by the way, and it's also known for its birds. Apparently this is one of the migration paths that they take when they come down from North America, so it's like hundreds of different types of birds here. And what's really cool is they have an app on their phone they whip out when they hear a bird chirping, and they hold it up, it records the bird chirping, and then it identifies what kind of bird it is. So out of all these hundreds of birds, all they gotta do is listen to it with their phone and they can tell you which one it is, which is pretty cool. Alright guys, so you see these mounds here like this? There's some over there and there's some over here. These were actually used to be buildings back in the day, and they were taken over by nature. The river, nature came through. And there are apparently 4,500 of these scattered throughout the grounds that they found so far. It's really not too busy in here. I've seen about 4 or 5 other tourists go past us already, but not too many. And it's real quiet and peaceful. All you can hear is the birds. We got a cool day, not much sun, which is nice. I'm not gonna complain. I was a little burned yesterday on my head. All right, here we are. These are the ruins. We just came in, so we're over here and we're about to enter the residential area apparently.
1839. We had here the American man John Stevens, and his partner Freddy Catterwood.
So guys, he would just tell us that this place was discovered in the 1570s, and it's still being excavated today. As you can see here in front of me, we got research teams from all around the world here working. There's a Japanese team over there. Around the back over on that side, there's a few US universities here, some French schools. So there's a lot of people still here working on this project, excavating this whole place. All these years later. And believe it or not, everywhere we look, there's people digging and doing all kinds of excavating work. So there's a lot going on here.
Look at this. This section is called Acropolis.
Entonces ya decidido que se va a quedar. Ya decidió que.
No, 2 días para. When you see the sunset behind the mountain, there is a tower that follows the sun and the point.
So if you guys can see where they're going down into those little tunnels there are kilometers of them just running all underneath the city here. And there's another one over there you can go in. So when you come here, you can climb on a lot of these ruins. Some you can't go on, others you can. And then some you can go halfway up and there's like rope stopping you from going into the rest. But you can get pretty hands-on with them, which is pretty cool. And if you want to pay for a separate ticket and go down into the tunnels, you can. I think they said it was like $16 extra and then another $16 for a guide to take you down there. So it can get a little pricey, but you can go down into the tunnels if you want.
Stairway, cover, in the middle ball court, in the back, that's on the steps.
So you guys might have to zoom in on that dollar that she just showed us, or limpente. What's it called?
Limpida.
Limpida. That's what they're called here. The currency is called limpida. So if you zoom in on that limpida, you can see on the back of the banknote is exactly what you see out in front of us here, which is quite cool. And if you see these covers coming down, hey, some of these things are covered up, and you can see out there in the distance and down here, they cover some of these things up. And then just to protect them from the rain, but as soon as they no chance of rain, they'll take it down so visitors could see it in the sun and see the whole thing. But when there's a chance of rain, whoosh, covered up.
Here's the big saber tree that you saw down below. So big tree, 350 years old. Avatar tree, Mayan holy tree.
Look at the size of that thing. He says it's 350 years old, and they call it the Tree of Life from Avatar. Let me get back a little further. Yeah, I don't think this camera is going to do this thing justice. That is huge. So that down there is where the Japanese team is working right now, and they just discovered 25 bodies in there. And the one that we're standing on, coming down these stairs right now, is the next one that they're going to start to excavate, and they're going to start to do that one next year. Let me turn around so you can see it back there, this hill, so you can see the rocks, which means there's something under there. So that area right there looked like this when it began. So what they do is they come along and they start digging out like this, and they leave the rocks. They just take the dirt until they actually find the base of the structure that's in there, and then they'll start to take all the dirt out from around it, but leave the rocks as close to the spot that they found them in as they can. And eventually the project will look like this, and then a team will go inside and figure out what was in there, and some of it will go to a museum after some big ceremonies are done, and then the rest will stay here with whatever they decide goes where. Pretty cool. And I do stand corrected, that one tarp on that stairway over there stays there. They're doing some refinishing underneath there, and so that's just there for protection. That one they don't take down when it rains. And underneath there is the hieroglyphic staircase. So it's just a staircase with a bunch of hieroglyphics on it telling you the history of the Mayan cultures that was here. And I think we're heading over there now. And this area out here is the Grand Plaza, they called it. Let's see. All right, so these are those stairs I was telling you about, and you can see the hieroglyphics on it going all the way up to the top. I guess that's one way to record your history, right? So if you guys do come here, I highly recommend getting a tour guide, because there are plaques in front of most of these monuments and temples and all that stuff, and it tells you the basic about it, which is cool. But if you come with a guide, they tell you stories, they tell you theories, they tell you all kinds of good stuff. Our guide actually worked here during COVID as a volunteer, so he was allowed to climb up the stairs, and he learned lots of stories from seeing the hieroglyphics up there that he was telling us, and just definitely worth getting a guide. You learn a lot more with him than you will just from the plaques. I mean, like for instance, this one here, it just says, what's it say over there? Not much on this one. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's not really telling you much about it. I guess you could scan that and learn more, but it's nice to have the guy, because he's telling us stories about it and explaining what the different reds mean and things like that. So yep, get a guide. Oh yes. Look out. Alright guys, so we spent about 2.5 hours in there, and we only get to see 1 square kilometer of the grounds that's already been excavated. But there's 15 square kilometers in total that haven't been excavated yet. And you can see like the mound behind me here, that'll be done in time. Like the ones with the Japanese have been finished now and they're about to move to the other one. So the more you wait, the more you'll see obviously when you get here, because it just keeps getting undug. But definitely worth coming, definitely get a guide. Like I said, our guide, he was not only full of information, but you could just see the pride beaming him. He's a Mayan himself and he takes so much pride in this, and he was just loving telling us the story. So definitely grab yourself a guide, make the trip out here. Even if you just go to Guatemala, they do day trips from there. San Salvador has day trips also. You can come here from there. And Alyssa will put the prices and all down below, but definitely come check this park out. The really cool history here. Alright guys, so we're gonna head out of the park now, and our guide is gonna take us into Copan town. It's a tiny town surrounding this village, Mayan town, and apparently it's a pretty cute little town with a lot of history and food. So we're gonna go have us a Honduran meal, because we're hungry. Well, that's pretty odd. We were just walking out and I saw this little like museum area here with all this history, and the guides who work here didn't even tell us about this. We didn't even see this little room before.
We're in the town of Copan now. We stopped at this little restaurant here. I won't try to pronounce that. Such a cute place though. They even have little parrots in there. I'll try to peep around real quick.
And then after this will be, oh, we can't tell them. Practice with it.
What is that? Beer? Did I say a cuss word?
No.
What is that? Gracias.
¿Todo bien? Very good.
¿Cómo
Very
se
good.
llama?
Baleada.
Say again?
Ba,
Ba,
le,
le,
a,
a,
da.
Baleada.
Okay.
Baleada.
Correcto.
Alright guys, so she's got a baleada, which is, there's meat in there, right?
Beans,
Beans,
avocado,
eggs, avocados, and a wrap.
cheese.
And I've got Honduras style tacos, which are rolled and fried like toquitos. So we're gonna try these real quick, and then we're gonna put you guys away while we finish eating. I'm gonna pull this thing out and just take a bite of it.
Chicken inside yours.
Oh yeah, that's pretty delicious. Crunchy, flavorful. This chicken's really good. I'm not a big avocado fan, but we'll just give those to Alyssa. That's delicious. Let's see what she thinks of hers.
It's good, but it's missing some flavor.
Oh, there she goes.
Spicy. Yeah.
Is that spicy? Ooh, goody. Alright guys, this is where we ate just now from the outside. And it's owned by an old lady who actually still lives here. Oh, soy pups chasing motorcycles. Yeah, so the old lady that owns it was in there. And we got to meet her real quick. And then now we're going to head out and walk around town for a few minutes. And just get a little feel for what this Copan Village is like. And then we're probably gonna head out. So let's take a little walk real quick. I'll follow you guys. One thing I've noticed is there's nothing but 80s music playing in this town. In the restaurant, out here in the streets, just all 80s music. I love it. It's a pretty busy little town. Lots of commotion going on here. A lot more people here than there were at the ruins, that's for sure. Oh, it smells. I love the tuk-tuks. Well guys, after walking around for a few minutes, I got a change of heart. This is a really authentic little town. You can tell it's mostly locals. I haven't seen any other tourists here but us. And it's got a real authentic vibe to it. Even the guy was like telling us how authentic it is. Oh, look at the macaw birds again. Tell me how cool this little square is. I love these little kind of towns like this. Definitely cool. Alright guys, I think I'm going to wander around here for a little while and just soak up the vibe, because it's really pretty cool here. Looks like we're going to get some rain soon too, so I don't know how long I'm going to be walking around. But if you guys stuck around to the end of this video, we appreciate it so much. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, tell us what you thought, and please subscribe, because you're really helping us out, helping this channel grow, and we appreciate it. Now that we've been monetized, we can start to build our community and get to know you guys a little better. So definitely leave us a comment, tell us what you think, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks a lot.